Knowing your role and knowing your goal is imperative to the success of any operation, station, or situation you find yourself in. Welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets, Monday edition. On today's episode, we're gonna be talking about roles and goals, okay? Your roles and your goals. Whatever station of life that you're in right now, you have a role and you have a goal, whether you have a corporate job or whether you have a business, okay? And here's a perfect example of your role and your goal. I want to share something that you can probably relate to. Let's say you're in a romantic relationship, right? Man and a woman, okay? You guys are together, okay? There's a role and a goal in that particular relationship. I'll explain, okay? If you're a man, you have 5 things. You have 5 roles in a relationship, just 5, okay? It's important. This can help you if you're a man in a relationship, okay? The first one is that you gotta prosper, okay? You gotta make their life better, okay? You gotta protect them, protect the girl, keep her from harm, okay? You gotta lead them, you gotta guide them to a better place, okay? And then the fourth one is that you need to give her what she needs, okay? Not what she wants, give her what she needs. If she needs correction, if she needs space, you gotta give her what she needs in a particular moment. And then lastly, you gotta be someone that she can look up to, okay? Those are the only 5 things you gotta. I'm not a dating coach, I do not make dating videos, but I'm just sharing something that you can relate to, okay? So if you're a man, there's 5 things you got to do. You have 5 roles that you have as a boyfriend, okay? Prosper, protect, lead, give her what she needs, and be someone that they can look up to. That's it, okay? Now, if you're a woman and you're in a romantic relationship, you have 2 roles, okay? Support and submission. That's it, okay? Now, why is that important? Because it goes to your goal. Your goal is to have a harmonious relationship that positively impacts everyone involved, okay? That's what I mean by the role and your goal, okay? Now we're gonna parlay this to our next point. Let's say you're self-employed. Okay, let's say you're a divorce attorney. I work with a divorce attorney right now. Your role as a divorce attorney is to facilitate the permanent separation proceedings between a man and a woman. I was just talking about our relationship earlier. Okay, this is the pinnacle relationship as being married to somebody. Okay, your role is to facilitate the permanent separation proceedings between a man and a woman, okay? And your goal is to help both parties move on to the next phase of their life, okay? Knowing your role and knowing your goal is so important, okay? To put it succinctly, okay? Knowing your role and knowing your goal is imperative to the success of any operation, station, or situation you find yourself in life, and will make your life simpler and easier, okay? Why? Because when you know your role and you know your goal, I'm gonna tell you something, your role feeds into your goal, okay? Your role is like the car going into the garage, okay? Without your role, you really might not know. Without your role, it's kind of hard to tell what your goal is, okay? So you gotta start with your role. What my purpose, right? Remember, everything flows from your purpose. Your purpose feeds into your role feeds into your goal, okay? So I want you to think about that. Why is it important? It's important because when you know your role, you know your goal, you won't overthink and you won't underthink, okay? You won't do too much and you won't do too little. It makes it more efficient, as I talked about in previous videos. Efficiency is the undercurrent of any business, okay? Let's say you're self-employed. Let's say you're a dentist, or let's say you wash windows, or let's say you're a self-employed pilot, okay? Your role, let's say you're a dentist, right? Your role is to help the client know more about the condition of their teeth and help them repair any deficiencies in their teeth, okay? Your job is to help them make them become more aware of this condition of their teeth and any deficiencies thereof, okay? Your goal is to help them have the best oral health they possibly can, okay? Your role feeds into the goal, okay? This is gonna help you in a lot of ways, all right? Let's say if you're self-employed as well. I'm gonna tell you something, a little secret. If you're self-employed and you have clients, like I have clients, if you go to Merriam-Webster's dictionary right now, it'll say in that definition, it'll say a client is somebody who was under the protection of someone else, okay? A client is somebody who is under the protection of someone. They're under your wings, in a sense. Your job is to protect them, okay? Remember that, keep that in mind, in the forefront. A lot of people who are self-employed are not gonna keep this in front of their mind. They're gonna think, a lot of people, I'm gonna tell you something, as I close, okay? A lot of things fail in life because people don't know their roles and they don't know their goals, okay? There are people who are married out there who don't know their role, okay? They don't know their goal. They're just wasting time. They end up fizzling out because there's no destination, there's no direction. Remember, guys, always remember that you're always going somewhere in life, okay? You're either going backwards or going forwards. Life is either getting better or it's getting worse, okay? I want you to think about that today. Don't let things fail in your life because you didn't know your role and you didn't know your goal, okay? If you don't know your role, talk to someone who's been there before, okay? If you don't know your goal, figure it out is what you want. My video on Saturday, I talked about how everything starts with your purpose, okay? Your role is my place. That's what your role means. It's my place. This is where I am. This is my assignment. A place you were assigned. That's your role, and your goal is your ultimate objective, okay? Score your goal, get your goal, okay? You can do it. But you gotta know your role, and you gotta know your goal. This goes in any place that you find yourself in, okay? My role as a YouTuber is to educate and empower people with secrets of people who are successfully self-employed and explain them in a way that'll help your life. That is my role. And my goal is to help you have a better life by watching my videos. Because I know that, I know I can run. I don't have to think about what's next or how I'm gonna structure videos, okay? Your life will become much more easier, simpler, more efficient, happier, better, richer, more enjoyable if you have your role and you know your goal, okay? Just think about that today on this Monday as you're going into work. What is your role and your goal in your particular job? Or if you're self-employed, if you want to be self-employed and want a business, what is the role of your business going to be? A lot of businesses fail because they think my role is to make as much money as possible and get as much and give as little as I can. And then people end up dying because people's businesses end up dying because they have the wrong role and goal. Your goal in life is not to sit around and do nothing. Our goal should be to make life better. If you're a person, your goal is to add something to society, make it better than what it was before, okay? It's not about just, oh, I'm here to, my goal is to, have as much sex as possible or get as much money. Like, that shouldn't be your goal in life. Even that's secretly deep down what most of us want. It goes to show that what's inside of it is not very good, okay? But lastly, as always, okay, know your role and know your goal in life, okay? Look, hear me on this, okay? I really want the grass to be greener for you in your life as a result of listening to these videos, okay? Remember to water your own grass. Don't focus on somebody else's grass is seemingly greener. Just focus on making yours the best you possibly can, okay? The grass is not always greener on the other side, but it is greener where you water, okay? Thank you so much. You have a good Monday and make this one of the best weeks you had in a while, okay? Bye. More about just sensory pleasure and enjoyment. A lot of us think that's our role in life, to get as much sensory pleasure as possible. That stuff is not bad, but it's bad when you make it your purpose in life, okay? As they say, when people don't have a purpose in life, they seek pleasure, okay? Now, I want you to think today, what is your role and your goal in your company, in your life, whatever station of life you find yourself in? Lastly, as always, unsuccessful people, they make decisions based on their current situations, okay? Well, I'm just here, I'm not gonna do anything. I don't know my role, I don't know my goal. And successful people, you hopefully make decisions based on where you want to be, okay? Know your role, know your goal, and make life easier and better, okay? And you'll see what I mean. And then you'll start to see where there's so many places in our life that there's different stations and situations and places that we find ourselves. That if we know our role and our goal, we'll be able to zoom along, okay? Thank you so much. Bye.